1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey everybody, the Reswirl here, and welcome back to more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Okay. Oh dear. Mystic Maya. Oh no. There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. Oh my god. Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. He won't because Mr. Ongard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up, we don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yeah, that's right. So... Hey, you guys. Glad I caught you, pal. Mr. Scruffy Detective! Does she actually even know his name yet? Oh boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe. Looks like him. Oh, has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. Just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now. Oh. I came to talk to you, pal. But we're kinda busy right now. Alright, we'll talk. The future. So what are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet? Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next paycheck. Oh, did you say payday? I didn't read too much. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday? I guess that means I'm just gonna... Oh my god, oh wow. I'm just realising the errors. Just gonna have to work here. Have to work here at your place, pal. Say what? You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. Ongard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I got lots of experience in investigating and watching other people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick, let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? Oh my god. So Edgeworth. That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like, he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself. Oh, right. He said that? That's horrible. But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. I don't think he was meaning to be, like, cold-hearted. It was just the only way he could have gotten the truth out of Miss Andrews. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself. But I still think there is something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would you want to, no, I mean almost need to frame Mr. Ongard? I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. Just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Oh, that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe. That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. Franziska von Karma. Speaking of Miss Von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? She was indeed. So let's ask about Franziska. Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. But she's going to be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay, but then still hanging in there. She'll be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What, are you going to visit her, pal? No, well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal. Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick. No, I'm definitely not going. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hottie Clinic. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. So she was shot with a pistol. That was changed. Yeah, in the show she was shot with a sniper, which makes a lot more sense. But whatever. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Oh my god, it's him again. Yeah, so you're here to visit a patient? Ah, hi. Wait a second, you're, yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh-ho! Why are you still here? Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. Director Hottie! Oh, god. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh-ho! Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it? Director Franziska. How is Franziska von Karma? You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Oh my god. And that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. It looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looks so pitiful, absolutely terrified. But I understand. Her opponent was a gun after all. When I snuck up on her real secret she would scream really loud. Yes. I see. No, but she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip, Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes, but I think I could get used to it. Oh! Wait, she looks no different. I thought they would have, put her in... Or, I don't know, have her bandaged up or something. Go back to your room. You're so mean. So mean, my frisky frisker. Oh my god. Okay, it's time for my IV drops. Jesus. What are those tulips doing in your hand, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I knew I shouldn't have come here. Oh, we're actually gonna be nice. The shooting. I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. It's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much. Yeah, you looked like you were deathly scared until only a few minutes ago. But I was dragged here by that prosecutor. He even went so far as to grab me by the wrist the whole way. It's the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But with me doing so, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. Ooh. I think I know what deal he's referring to. The one that her and Miss Andrews made. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Ongard, you told Miss Andrews not to testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with evidence or not. I've only one objective, to find Ongard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means. Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Ongard will be found guilty. What does that have to do with me? Because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. Or because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me, she's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was. I think visiting hours here are about over. So, if you'll excuse me... Okay. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Oh god. Edgeworth? Why are you glaring at me? Today's trial. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright, the courtroom is a garden of judgment. I am putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. Adrian's card. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. That card! That card, give it to me, hurry! Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. That card, what in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright, this is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. The Special Investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelley the Killer. And just as his name states, he is a killer and assassin. The best at that. An assassin? And that's who has Maya. The Killer. Assassin. So who is this Shelley the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelley is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves cards with the shell on them? He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of the victims. Why would he do something like that? We think it is part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. Also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. I see. The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honourable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honourable assassins can exist. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelley the Killer, huh? Ah, there we go. Maya. I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Mr. Nick? There's no way you can find her. We don't have even a single clue to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right, listen, you need to know something. One Corrida was killed by Shelley the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt Ongard. Your own client. Please, stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you'll need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley the Killer. If you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Good. The letter of introduction. Perfect. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again, if anything should happen. Now if you'll excuse me. Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. Ongard hired an assassin? No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock. Yeah, I guess not. Maya. Please, all I ask is you make it home, safe and sound. Hey! Wait, so now what happened? Oh. Okay. We're in? Triple question mark. Oh, we're still here. I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Click! Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go look around. I'll take a look around. Move! Oh great, I moved from 3 question marks to 4 question marks. Very nice. Oh wow. What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. I don't even know what to look at. There's a teddy bear. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Oh, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. Ooh. We have an antenna. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. What is an antenna doing here? I can't see very well in this darkness, but it doesn't seem like there's anything there. Oh. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, look. Oh, it looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, with love, Celeste. I bet this could be a clue. It is indeed. Celeste Impacts. Oh! Has that got a doggy door? Like a doggy flap? Ah, locked, of course. It doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Oh my god. It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is. For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways, you mean... Dead men tell no tales, is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin. No way, you're lying. I mean, an assassin. People are not always who they appear to be. Oh, Jesus. Nick! Ah. So we're back here. Mr. Nick? Hmm? Oh yes, Bells. Got caught up in my thoughts about my situation. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know? I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Ongard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too. Okay. I guess we're going to the, What is it? Detention Center. I really wish I could go to any location. Gumshoe's just in the office. Having fun, detective? Should I even call him detective? I mean, it sounds like he's not a detective currently. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. Aw. I have too many questions I need to ask. God damn it! I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah. There's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt Ongard. Here you are. What did he write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To the lawyer dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favour to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. Do you think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? Okay. This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now. Yeah, I guess. Matt's note jammed into pocket. A client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. Okay. How weird. Guess we're going back to there. Wait, how do I get to there then? I'm going to assume it's from the hotel lobby. But I'm not entirely sure. Right now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake. You shall not pass. Oh my god, it's her again. Miss Oldbag, don't devalue my name and turn it into a gas, you spiky-headed poof. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again, although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised, but what I really wanted was something much more valuable. When Edgy Poo's heart. It's all your fault. Oh god, whatever. Ugh. Did she collapse? Miss Oldbag, keep your hands off of me. This helmet is airtight. No air gets in and no air gets out. What does your helmet have to do with anything? Don't think you can get me to move with silly questions. You're gonna have to defeat me if you wish to get by. I'm not hearing this. How do I get to On Guard's? Oh, there we go, living room. Perfect. On Guard's mansion. Living room. Sure is dark. I'll go turn on a light. Whoa. Wow. So this is what a staff's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shoo, the kitty cat. Shoo! Oh, there it is. Oh, look at it. So I guess this is Shoo. Oh, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shoo. Meow. The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. I mean, I wonder who this could be. This music only plays for a certain character. May I help you with something, mister? Oh, well, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Ongar's lawyer. The Master's... Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes. Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Nice to meet you. Wait. Isn't that just a little bit suspicious? The fact he has a cat he wanted us to feed. Yeah, a cat he wanted us to feed. But he has a butler for that? Matt Ongard. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Ongard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. Lots of dots. And, anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. John Doe. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. Ongard the kind to have a maid over a butler. True that. That's a very cute cat you've got there. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shoo. And, anything else? No, not especially. Not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. So young and yet already so accomplished, a master of law. There's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me. Meow. How weird. Can I examine anything here? I would probably assume not. Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth here. That's actually a fireplace. How are they different, Mr. Nick? You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it. You should come and visit Fay Manor then. I'll show you one when you do. Okay. Right, let's leave. We out of here. Back to... Are we going to the hotel? Yeah, might as well. What a weird way of getting to the hotel. Wait, can I talk to Old Bag? I don't know, I don't think I can. Right, I'll just present the letter of introduction, which I got from Edgy Poo, so she'll quite gladly let me go by. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at... What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... Edgy Poo! Ugh, is that her perfume? Pheromone d'Amour I smell? I have no idea. Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct an investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Yours truly? That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgepoo said so. You understand? Letter introduction given to Miss Allbag. I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. I like Allbag. She's a very strange character. Looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. That may be, but you know nothing's going to come of it. That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared. Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation. Okay. So what does it actually say? Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. So rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. What? What now? One little thing, before I forget. You can't go into On Guard's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear? Wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer. So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Windy Allbag. Alright, understood, I suppose. Jesus. Alright, Viola Hall. I need to remember how to navigate this bloody place. It's harder than you'd think. Looks like we're the only ones here. Ooh, and yet the hotel seems so busy somehow. Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. I also love how there's food absolutely everywhere, but nobody to eat it. Oh god, oh, Lotta! Hey city boy! Lotta? You still here? Reckon course. Oh god. So that's you reckon? Of course. An investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? This hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But, do you have a camera? Right given. A photographer's gotta have cameras out there like corn to be a real pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? Can I present to the camera? Would you please take a look at this? Nope, sorry, not gonna do. Oh, only thing I want to see is a steaming hand towel. What? A steaming hand towel? Need one for my eyes. Today just ain't a good day for my eyes to be looking at stuff. How convenient. Maybe I'll have to use that one next time you show me something. I thought I could give her her camera, but whatever, let's just talk. Night of the murder. I want to ask you about the night of the murder. What, you really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kind of, but... Brace yourself, Wright. Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know? Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time. That night. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. Scandal! So about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote. Yeah. Can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about On Guard shoving his manager lady onto Corrida? Yeah. Well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bulldooders. Bullshit. Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, and why do you look... You look like you suddenly got older too, or am I just shrinking here? Wow, right, she just completely lost for words. My baby. My $1,600 baby. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kinda how it is. Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't you? So put in a few good words for me and get back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Alright. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid. Huh. Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm going to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, Lilin. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. Make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it. Would you please just leave already? Oh my god. The characters in this game are just great. Karita's hotel room. Holy bears. I mean, there's still loads. Mr. Nick! What is that otherworldly ghastly moaning? Ugh! I don't want to know what she's doing. I hate evil ghosts. I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon. Excuse me, what are you calling a demon, brat? It's Oldback! Zoinks! It's the alien. Oh my god. That Scooby-Doo reference. That was awesome. Zoinks! Who are you calling an alien? Oh my god. Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here? What is wrong with young'uns today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me. Well, let's have a word then. Sheesh. Night of the murder. Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecile look on her face. With that imbecile look on her face. Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, alright. Now I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night. Memories of Karita. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Karita. He was the most popular star, you know. Especially where it counts, in my book. But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Ongard. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know? But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presents. Watch them be all from Oldbag. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all of his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big, and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pearls? The presents. They're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. The presents! All of Mr. Karita's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears? Why bears? You don't know? When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in those young people's dreams. I can see those two took it out. Down by a river going, huh, you sure can fight. You too, bub. You too. Did all that really happen? It's in his biography, bub. What a load of crock. So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents. Yeah, nice. Bears. Oh my god. I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 PM, way past your bedtime. It startled me, I thought I was gonna die for a second. 8 PM? That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies, hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Oh my god. The transceiver! Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya, how is Maya? You haven't hurt her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Wright. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good. No, Mystic Maya. One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time, please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright. Then... a little... What is with this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems... bad... Connect... Damn it! Did the transceiver just suddenly break? Excuse me. I think that was if you'll excuse me. What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden, it became nothing but static. Mystic Maya. Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. I'm not entirely sure. Who would be an electronics expert? I mean, I would have said Laura. I wouldn't say she's an electronics expert. Who else? Gumshoe? It can't be Gumshoe. But he's the only one I can think of. Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice, thanks. It's a rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oh, hey, you don't have a can opener here, pal. You've gotta be kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There is one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, wonder what I should try asking him about. Wait, so can I talk? Alright, no, I can present stuff though. Wrong one. Wait, where's the... Oh, it's at the bloody bottom. There we go. The transceiver? Oh, Mr. Nick. You should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh yeah! This thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal? When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself. That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe... Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? Okay, so now I can talk to him about it. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way... I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, alright? Alright. Huh? Computer? It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV, when the screen starts looking weird. Oh yes, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. Aw. So the room you were in when when that interference to the transceiver happened, there's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like... like a listening device or something. Ah! Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Mr. Karida's room. The scene of the murder. What? That's it. I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe! Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah! Oh my god, I love Gumshoe. We should be going too, Nick. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're on a roll. Yeah! Jesus. Right, hotel lobby. Back to Karida's room, I suppose. Right, Viola Hall. Right, here we go. Karida's room! Hey, you're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting. Do you have the, bug sweeper? Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal, and suddenly, I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean, so, yeah, I couldn't get one. Oh, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get it? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's. Wow, so this is a bug sweeper? Looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh, by who? Me, of course. Ah, seeing this show brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little run down. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here. Your heart and soul? It'll work. Trust me, pal. I'll do the job. It'll do the job, but you can't set the sensitivity. So it's going to beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves. But isn't it better that way? Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal. So we're gonna find it, right? Right, now, first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, touch the sweeper and take a real good look around the room with it, pal. You can see how strong the radio waves are at an area by looking at the check gauge. Once you find something that's giving off strong waves, the gauge will change. And when that happens, touch the gauge to really give the thing a long hard stare. A lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves, so let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright. I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Oh! Oh my god. What a lovely bear! Oh my god. This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots. It's a robot? It's a real robot? Yeah, it's a real one. Mr. Nick? Yes? How many horsepowers is it? How many horsies? Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so, what? Oh my god, that's crazy. Right, pen. There's another. Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock. Oh, that's the one that goes off. What's wrong? Why do you look troubled? I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. It just, sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here. Oh, I think it's the, they're on about the listener clock. Oh my god. This is a refrigerator, right? I really don't think the listening device is in something like that. Or this, because it's filled with nothing but healthy vegetable juices, right? Yeah, sure. What does that have to do with listening devices? Oh, there we go. Oh. This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I have ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean. No, not yet, but this bear's eye is... Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you'd found the device to me, pal. Let's take this big fella's eye out and see what we got. No, you can't. Such a violent act. Oh dear. No! Oh, a camera? It's a miniature camera. Looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. A water-meter? A transmitter, pal. Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff? Okay. It'll do. Camera. So this tiny thing is a camera. Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery which comes with it in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else. Somewhere else? The footage is changed into radio waves, and then it's sent to that recorder. So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Hey, you know, you're right. Ah. Transmitter. So what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it. Oh. You can set it for a certain time? Yep. Let's see, this looks like it was set to start at 8 PM and go for 1 hour. 8 PM, that was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I'd guess. Mr. Detective? How long has this bear been here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe... Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape. What? And if you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. Yes, it will. Right, stuffed bear. So there was a camera in this bear's eye, and it was disguised as a present. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Garita this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night. Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out. Oh. Is there really no way to find out? I got it! But what? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go around to the electronics shop and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 PM. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. Okay. Given to Detective Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigation time. I'm on fire, found my fingers itching to go. That again. Yeah! Oh my god. He's gone. Yep. But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. You always manage to do things in the most ineffective ways. Oh. You'll have to excuse me, I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth? What are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward, one step at a time. I see, thanks. Don't thank me yet, we still have to find her. So there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, huh? You are one lucky man, Wright. Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea. Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and there are very few that are exported here. What? The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere, however this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you really do that? Mr. Nick, can he really? Well, I guess so. It's 9 PM. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things to do, or you have to do. Stuffed bear. It's like he just took the massive bear with him. See you soon, Wright? Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, Wright, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Wonka Reader? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, Wright. Everything begins with the truth. Wonka Reader's real killer. Miss Andrews passed. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. Ongard. And this card. Shelley the Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Ba-da-da-dum. To be continued. Okay. Hot damn. Alright, we're still in Kurita's room. Cool. It's past 9 PM already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd probably say not. I'd say probably not even. The police are professionals. Pearl, they'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. The real killer. So the real person who killed Miss Kurita was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. The assassin's client? Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be Matt Ongard himself. Was it Matt? If Mr. Ongard really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Ongard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him. Mr. Ongard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Wongarita? Alright, just so we're clear. Oh, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Wongarita, okay? I didn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. Something interesting. So, what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, pals? One had bet everything on the German Ninja this year, and if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow one had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Mr. Ongard's secret? What is this secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Kurita was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Ongard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Kurita silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ongard. There's no way around it now. Okay. Let's get a move on, I suppose. Hallway. Oh, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 PM already, but we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Kurita held about Mr. Ongard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? I'm sure we'll think of something, pals. Don't you worry. Hope so. I don't know, it seems that this investigation is not going to be all that long. I mean, there's a lot of dialogue to go through, I suppose, but even still. Oh crap. Old bag. Again. Hello! Hey, wait! What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgepoo, so... Edgeworth? And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. Right, Bug Sweeper. This is absolutely top secret, so you had better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch poor one in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear one. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Karita. I'll let you in on another secret, young'un. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself. As if I wouldn't want to see it for myself too. Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I know... I can bet that it's nothing good. I didn't say anything. Juan and Adrian. So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, there was something of a refreshing pair, those two. Oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. Oh! It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impax. Miss Andrews' mentor, right? Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know? Married? You mean... to Mr. Karita? Really? You young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Celeste's suicide. Why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because... she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What? But... they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but... 3 days later, Juan suddenly cancelled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? I was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself. How terrible. Ooh. I wonder what happened between those two. Okay, I guess we're still wanting to move. To the detention center! On that night there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Move! To the detention center! Wait, I have to go to Wright and go to the criminal... not criminal affairs, god. Detention center. It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronics stores. And I'll make some salad for him for dinner. Looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe is doing for us. Mr. Nick? Yes. Where's the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. Aw, I guess I have to give up on making a salad, then. Guess a lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Alright, detention center. Perfect. I just noticed it's not giving us a time. Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. On Guard tonight. But... isn't what we have to ask very important? Yeah, but I don't think that matters to a guard. Or to the guard. Oh no! So what's he watching over now? Maybe he did something bad and he's standing there as punishment. Somehow, I don't think that's it. Maybe not here then. What about criminal affairs? Yep. Still no time though. Feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Ungar's lawyer, right? Ah, yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for Mr. Ungar's case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gonna hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnapper's demand and now this? I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention centre, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. Ah! I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Okay, so I did need to go to criminal affairs first. Oh well, never mind. So now I can talk to Ongard? I'm hoping? I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Ongard and Miss Andrews are in this detention centre. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Ongard's or Adrian? Ongard. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me and said the Wonka reader was killed by an assassin, and that assassin's client is this man, Matt Ongard. What's wrong? Mr. Ongard, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kinda different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Talk. Your secret? Not June. Juan and Adrian. Did you know about Mr. Carida and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Carida. Her mentor was Mr. Carida's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off of this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. Ongard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Matt's secret. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had his hands on a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Ah, finally. Oh my god. 5? I knew this was coming. 5! Mr. Nick, don't tell me. A Cyclock. You said a secret, right? But you don't have any idea what it is, do you, dude? Haha. Okay. Yeah, I can't do shit with that. 5 of them? Wait, I want to hear Miss Andrews, so could I just leave and go back? I like how it's still daytime outside, even though it's apparently 9 PM or something. Whose story do I want to hear? Adrian's! Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Carida had on Mr. Ongard. Let's see. Matt Ongard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Ongard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Ongard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. Shit, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I always do it. At least once. About Miss Celeste Impacts. I'd finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumour that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why frame him? Why did you try to frame Mr. Ongard? That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? Another? Oh, thankfully hers isn't that bad. A Cyclock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge. You did, but we can't get to that, sadly. I guess the only thing I can do now is go back to criminal affairs. And maybe there's somebody to talk to there. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Oh, it's Powers. Mr. Powers. What happened? Why are you here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. What? And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. So, the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home, when all of a sudden, you were under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self, in general, looked suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? I guess I can talk to him for a bit. Alright, tomorrow's testimony. So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important. What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick, Mystic Meyer and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? Oh, Matt on guard. This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself. What? How horrible. That's unforgivable. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him. His manager, you know? Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? Gossip. You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities and their world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image. But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Impacts? We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up his skin is practically glowing with electricity. So her suicide. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went to hide it, or went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is. Something bad for Mr. Corrida. Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I may have been caught by an insidious man. An insidious man? Did you mean Mr. Corrida by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? That would be enough, or be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Ongard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Oh my god, my phone's going. Mr. Nick, your phone. Do-do-do-do-do. Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. Yeah, I know. Hello? Oh, it's Gumshoe. We're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's not good. The end. Hello? He got cut off. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away. Then we should hurry back. I'm scared to go back. What are you talking about? Mr. Nick, put yourself together. Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow, I doubt that. Especially considering what it sounded like. Jesus. Right, go back to the office, I suppose. Ugh. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth's already back. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought that spy camera. Huh? This quickly? And this bear's what gave them away, pal. The bear. I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. Wasn't that Mr. Edgeworth that figured? Shh, pals. And? Go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to find another person in their room? Matt Ongard. Oh, so he is guilty. Matt Ongard, your client. That's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Oh no. Very bad. Stuffed bear. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? No, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Ongard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ongard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Ongard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. Great! Right, there we go. Jesus. So what about the spy camera we found? Ah, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you. For you to file away into evidence. Yay! So we got the spy camera, the transmitter, and stuffed bear. Back in my evidence. Or court record. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Wonka Reader's room was Matt Ongard. Why? Why would Mr. Ongard do something like that? Or like this. I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you going to see him? Mr. Ongard, I mean? Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we will find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pels. Matt Ongard, what in the world have you done? Oh no. Oi oi oi. Right, so let's move. Right, so, detention center. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 PM, dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know what that ignorance is bliss? If you really want to know, let's talk. Yeah, let's. Oh, I need to present. My bad. I wanted to object. Oh my god, 5 of the fuckers. Matt's secret. Now let's hear what the secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night. Spy camera. Someone used his camera to secretly film Mr. Kurita's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? The bear! The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. Oh, there's one. I guess Juan had a few of those kind of fans too, huh? Huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kurita was you, dude. Where is he? Mr. OnGuard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Oh, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. OnGuard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Also, you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. Credit card receipt. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. OnGuard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800? This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush. It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew, elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. Okay. Whew! So, can I ask you one thing? Yes. You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. That was more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is... Ugh. Adrian Andrews. There was a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Kurita were having secret meetings. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Kurita, you were going to reveal this as a fact, or as fact, and turn it into a scandal. Isn't that right? Dude, you can be such a moron. Oh man, Mr. Lawyer dude, that kind of scandal? That's the good stuff. That's what we want in the industry, or we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff. Juicy? Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad, that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Kurita because of Miss Andrews. There's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up that camera in Mr. Kurita's room was to find this. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelley the Killer. And I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelley DeKiller? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt Ongard, I know why you know Mr. DeKiller. It's because you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelley DeKiller to assassinate Mr. Wonka Reader. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Ongard. Oh god, I think this is one of the best things. No, I really like this. And here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought, anyway. Mr. Ongard, you really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult? Myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. Yeah, there it is. Oh, even in the show I loved this. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Ongard. Yeah, he's a totally different person. Oh my god, look at him. Matt's secret. Oh man, the song. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you were Shelley DeKiller's client. You don't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, do you? What do you mean? And that woman, Adrian was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. All I care about is that one is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? But that's... You're lying. What a terrible... It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. But why? Why did you hide the video camera and... A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why... Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl? Jesus. Oh my. Why? Why would you kill Mr. Corrida? Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? If Mr. Corrida had been able to give it, then Mr. Ongard's secret would have... Oh well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. And that's how Mr. Corrida ended up dead. Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet innocent face and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me, Matt Ongard. Oh, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Wonka Reader, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Corrida. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Oh, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer, after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mystic Maya. You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You... scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. That's such a cliché phrase. Juan says something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Liar. Maya. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now... now you've finally found it. Oh! The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Okay. Jesus. Alright, what are you going to do? If you plan on changing your defense... No. We can't do that. That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should we do? That's not something I can answer for you. Mr. Edgeworth. Right, only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Let's talk. Matt on guard. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer, Matt on guard, that man is really... It doesn't matter who, every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? It is where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery. Or is it? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I've believed in my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. Maya's situation. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right, would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? You're a defense lawyer. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Why fight? People like you and Francisco Moncama are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And, isn't that the same for you? Or same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realise the error of my ways. I realised that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Ho ho! Very nice. Beepity beep, 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 beep. Mr. Nick, the transceiver. I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Well then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Onguard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honour and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is a part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney. And to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did. But my name is De Killer. Shelley De Killer. I mean, that was obvious. You're Shelley De Killer? Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a De Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, Maya, it would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long nap. No! Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. That was Shu. Mystic Maya. I don't know what to say. Edgeworth. Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission. Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be. That cat. Can it? What is it? I think I know where Shelley the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately. Jesus, things are getting real cool. Alright, you hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope yet, pals. The fight has only just begun. Jesus. Yeah. Wait, how can I get... Oh, hotel lobby, and then I can get to his house. The house. Oh. Oh, the figurine! Oh, the bear, even. Maya! Please answer us, Mystic Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Yeah, I've noticed something different. Kaboom! Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there were a lot of cuts in it for some reason. Figurine was added. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Karita? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet dog installed here. I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came from that little door? This door, it's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking down doors. Or doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. We're in here. There's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say that this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this, Wright. An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals and a VCR. Check inside the desk. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. Oh. But there's no mistake that someone used this record to record something. Or used this to record something, I bet. Looks like someone took the tape we're looking for, and escaped with it. Ah, okay. I don't think there's anything here. Wine cellar. Ah, the picture! We searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. Photo! Photo! This looks like a picture of Miss Impact. With love, Celeste. Miss Impact? You mean... Yes, Mr. Karida's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impact be here in Mr. Onguard's mansion? And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. Celeste's photo added to the court record. Oh. Ah, what's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message. Okay. What? So she actually left us a message. I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bagger not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I'm fine. So you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. Hunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Aww. No! Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We searched the house, and this is the last room. Looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm gonna get. But I'm still short one last thing. Oh, pardon me. And what is that? Andrew's Cyclock. Miss Andrew's Cyclock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I can stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, pals. It's time to open that last lock. Yeah! Oh, we're going there immediately. Really? Okay, cool. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your Cyclock. Cyclock? I want to know, and you will tell me, your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Oh, I can. Take that! Right, okay. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Onguard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Onguard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said, revenge. So you are saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on another person. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Take that! Boom! Celeste. There is only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge. And that is Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. Oh, pardon me. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right, you haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. Onguard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impact and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? I can. I think they must have been a couple, but he broke it off, more than likely. And just ruined her, I'm gonna guess. This is a photo of Miss Impact, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impact's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright, it was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Onguard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Ooh, she looks so defeated. So, why frame him? Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Corrida didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes. Because of Matt. Because of Mr. Ongard? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at that time. Oh. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of the picture. They were a couple, weren't they? Wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Oh no. Toyed with until she was thrown away. It's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to the Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. Oh. Revenge. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see, so that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Corrida have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Oh, to know that Matt was, like, there first, I suppose. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Oh, Miss Impacts. That wasn't the end of it. That day I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds. And, so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. Similar to what Matt did, it seems. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it, because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation, or with what I know now. Ah, I think that might be the end of the chapter. Ah, finally. Woohoo! Oh my god, we're on the final stretch. The last stretch of the game. Woohoo! Oh man. Am I glad? It's taken a long ass time to get here. Whoa. Oh great, it's going on its own. Crap! How did I get into this mess? That's far enough! You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What have I done wrong? Cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney! Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. So he's having another nightmare. Oh, snap. I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. Does it now say to be continued? Oh no. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3! Right, so now, that is going to be the end of this session. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, take care.